Hello everyone, so for the last few weeks I've been building a sample pack with this Groovebox by Elektron. It's an absolutely amazing machine that uses FM synthesis to create really unique drum sounds and synth sounds. So I'm giving away a free sample pack on my website which will be available to download tomorrow. I'm also going to be releasing a free demonstration video of me playing with all the samples in my studio tomorrow. As well as this, I'm going to be releasing a series of tutorial videos of this being the first one, and it's going to span over 12 weeks, starting off with just really basic ideas today, showing you how to use a sample pack to just come up with some ideas to start building a track. Then next week we're going to build a drum rack and add the drums, and then we're going to keep progressing on from there to build a track in Ableton Live. We're not necessarily going to be using all of the samples in each video. I'm going to just show you different techniques, mainly using the stock plugins in Ableton or some free plugins along the way that you can download. So it's aimed at people who are introductory at Ableton Live. Whilst also getting one of my free sample packs. So in my sample pack, let's say you have just opened Ableton up for the first time. When you download it, it might go to your desktop or downloads, wherever you have saved download path. If you then press add folder and you can open the Northern Sound sample pack. I like to keep my samples normally in a folder, but just for this demonstration video, I've just kept it here, so I've opened it up. There is one shots in here, so these are all one shots I've created, which next week again we'll be using in a drum rack to build our own drums from. Today we're going to predominantly be focusing with the loops I've created. So I've created bassline loops, clap and snare loops, effects loops, kick drum loops, music loops, perk and top loops and hi-hats with more kind of grooves in them. One cool thing about this drum machine is the weird percussion it can make. So let's start off by just looking at some of that weird percussion. I've just tried to set my template up as if you would be seeing this the first time you open up Ableton Live. I do have my own template set up, and I will do a video showing you how to set your own template up. Ignore these, you will only have 2 send and returns, but we're not going to look at that. I've got a few set up. So the first thing I'm going to do is delete the MIDI tracks because we're not using MIDI. MIDI is what you drag your software instruments on, and that is what you'd be actually playing notes in if you were playing with your keyboard and sending MIDI data to. Today we are only going to be working with samples, so we're just going to be working with the loops. So if you come to the Northern Sound sample pack, and let's look at the percussion loops first. So you can click on the loop to preview it. If you can't hear it, it's just because you need to turn the headphone icon on there. And then if you use your arrows, you can just go down and have a listen. I'm going to choose this loop. So I'm going to start with this one. Now this loop is at 128 BPM. The best thing about Ableton is it really does sync up your loops really well to the BPM up here, the tempo. So I'm going to change my tempo up here by moving it up and down to 128. And then I'm going to look for another loop. So I've got this percussion in here. If I press play, I can now start listening to other loops on top of this. I'm going to start looking at some of the top loops and the hi-hat ones. Quite like that one, so I'm going to add this one as well. If I press play, and next thing I do is just add a clap in. Now what you can do next is you can either press create, insert audio track, Command and T or Control T if you're on Windows, or you can just drag this in and it will create an audio track. So I've got quite a nice groove getting together there, so I'm now going to add a kick drum in. This 909 will do. In fact, let's preview it with everything else. This click is nice. Now I'm just being cautious. I can see here it's going red, so that means this is distorting. So a trick you can do, you can either bring the master down, which I prefer to keep my master just below 0, And then if you press Command and A, that or Control and A on Windows, it'll select all the channels, and you can bring that down. And we're just getting no red line in there. Then you can either turn it up on your computer, or if you're using a sound card, turn it up there. So now we've got these in, I'm going to start working with a bass line as well. So let's add this bass line in. Now the most important thing is this here is the key signature that the tracks are in. So I want to make sure now when I look at my music loops, it's matching AM, meaning A minor. You don't need to use A because that actually means A major. So we're just focusing on the A for A minor. If I was using C minor, I'd choose the CM for music. So go into music loops, and I'm just going to have a little listen to some of these. So I'm just going to drag that one in. I'm just going to turn it down, it's a bit loud. And next thing, we're actually going to add some effects on as well. Now I'm just happy with this. It's just the basis start of a track. So what you could do after this is just start playing around with these. So we've got this basic top line in here in the session view, just building loops up together, just messing around. I'm going to delete these over here, so we've just got this one at the top. And you can start taking some of these out. So if I take the bass out, and you can start taking the kick drum out as well. The best thing doing this is just seeing what it's like with different breakdowns. It allows you to play your computer more like an instrument. So then now I can start bringing the other elements in like it would be if it was a drop. And we've just started to build quite a nice little track together just using loops. It's a really good idea to formulate some ideas, and then next time you can take things out in your next session. We can add drum loops, we can play our own bass lines in, because I know you are using loops. But it's a really good starting point just to get used to using the software and just messing around and seeing how you can bring different elements in and out. So next week I will show you how to build your own drum rack within Ableton, and then you can we'll program our own drums and make like a house beat. Also tomorrow this will be available for you to download. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration video that I upload tomorrow. Please hit subscribe on my YouTube channel or follow me on my Instagram as well. Please drop me a message with any tracks you've been making with these. I'd love to see how you've been sampling them. Thanks everyone, and speak soon.